As the investigation into the Hibbing house explosion continues, there's a way you can help the family impacted. A GoFundMe was started to help these three people you see who lost their house in that explosion on Sunday. The man pictured there, Dave, is in critical condition in Hennepin County Medical Center after suffering severe burns. His wife Missy and the couple's grandson Jax were not home at the time of the incident, but no longer have a place to live. The GoFundMe will help with basic necessities like clothing, food, temporary housing, and lost wages while they recover. If you'd like to help, we have a link to the page at northernnewsnow.com.